Hey guys, MC Mura here, and today we're gonna talk about my updated thoughts on 2XKO. I already made a video on this game when it first launched in like the closed beta, but not everyone had access to it. The game came out now, it is on early access, unfortunately only on PC as of this video, and hopefully it will release for consoles later on, but we're gonna have to wait on news on that. The game have been playable for a while now, and I've been playing it for a while. I'm gonna be completely honest upfront, I am not super ultra grinding the game because like I said, this is a game that I found to be pretty fun. It's just fun to mess around in training mode with it, and there's a lot of options, there's a ton of stuff to do in it. The training mode is a blast, right? And the game works fantastically online, but I still haven't found like the character or the character that makes me wanna play, that I really enjoy, that I really vibe with. And that is something that actually have been updated, right? If you don't know, we now stand at a better balance of characters, where prior with the closed beta, the game was at 9 characters only. And now we're at 11, right? And they promised that they're gonna deliver about 4 to 5 champions a year. Like they're going for 5, which I really hope so. At 11 characters, it's a little bit more acceptable than 9. We're starting to see a little bit more variety, which is good. And this is a type of game, like it's a tag game. The game have a ton of universal mechanics, but it's not like a Street Fighter 6, where there's like a drive rush, drive impact. The universal mechanics are mostly like in terms of defense, tagging, and all of that, fuses, but the individual character strengths still plays the biggest part. So adding more characters, that is good. This is what the game needs. Right now, I'm in a spot where I kind of dig the gameplay. I think it's kind of fun, but there's still not a character for me. As the selection so far to me is a little bit odd, because typically when I try a new game that I'm not used to, I go for the shotos. I go for the standard characters. If I tried Guilty Gear, I go for Kai. If I tried Killer Instinct, I go for Jago. You see what I'm saying? This game, maybe Darius is that, and he's the character I've been playing the most. I still haven't found. I tried Vi for a little bit. I didn't feel it. I am trying the werewolf, which visually the werewolf is sick. So I'm gonna try that werewolf, see how it goes. When I made my first initial video, I commented a lot about skill 1, skill 2, and how you do the special moves and inputs in general in this game. And you do get obviously used to it, like the more you're playing, the more you are used to it, which kind of like makes sense. I mean, that is natural, that is every game, but it still feels to me kind of arbitrary, right? Like I get there is a general theme to it. Like if I'm using Darius here as an example, all of his skill 1s are like the bull move. We're talking about like the air bull move, the slam to the ground. All of them are on skill 1. So like I can see the theme of which moves are on there, but still in my personal taste, I could have just made him like this is a quarter circle backward and light, medium, heavy, or like light and medium, and this is like the air version, and you could have freed up a button. And I feel like that is the way with other characters. They wanted to make this game a motionless game where you don't have to press inputs. But I feel like because he wanted to do that, it ended up kind of making it like a 6 or 7 like buttons. You have the light, the medium, the heavy, and the tag. That is already 4 buttons. You have the parry, which you're gonna have to set for a macro, so that's 5. The 2 skill buttons, so that is 8. That is 7 and 8, and then you have like the dash, which typically you will set to macro as well. So at least we're talking like 6, 7 buttons fighter, which is weird. Like most of the games will be like a 6 button or 4 button and then a couple of macros. This one at least would have, no macros aside, you have to have at least 6 buttons, right? I feel like it could have been made a little bit more streamlined. Anyways, you get used to it. My point at the end of the day is that you get used to it. Is it something that is ideal for me? I still personally miss the inputs, doing motion inputs, but the more you play, the more you get used to it, right? which at the end of the day, that is what matters. But still, I would have liked it to have a little bit more motions. I wish the left hand was doing a little bit more. Now the game is very intensive when it comes to the buttons. The right hand, left hand is not doing that much, but it's still like a fun time, right? I don't absolutely hate not having like motion inputs, but whatever. It is what it is, right? Now let's talk about the new stuff, because now that the game is out of early access, now the game is in early access, out of beta, the store have launched, and we're starting to see just how free to play 2xKO is. Now, here's the thing, this game have absolutely savage monetization. This is the most free-to-play games that I had seen in a while, at least fighting game. The monetization is actually kind of wild. So let's start first with the character skins. So they obviously do have a lot of skins, and that is like in contrast to Street Fighter 6. This is like the extreme opposite of Street Fighter 6, where Street Fighter 6 refuses to give us skins. Here we're immediately, like, we're in early access and everyone already got like a bunch of skins, and these are really cool, right? These are really cool skins. Unfortunately, these are on rotation, so you can't just buy immediately what you want. They are feeding on your FOMO, where you need to buy this now or it's gonna be gone from the store and you have to wait for like 2 weeks, and it's a rotation for like 2 weeks. So that kind of already plays on your FOMO. But these skins, that is like that is 2k KO points, and if you're wondering what is a 2k, how much is that? That's pretty much like $20, right? A skin, one of the, like, these legendary skins, these are pretty much $20. Now, because I am in the region of Europe, that is 20 euros, all right? And this is the bundle that you gotta buy, or buy like two of these. So it is actually even more expensive. I'm not exactly sure what is the euro to dollar rate is, but I think it's gonna be around $22, $23. So a singular skin is $20, which is something that you would expect in a free-to-play game. But what I find to be weird about this sort of monetization is I've seen it, like, I play Marvel Rivals, I played other free-to-play games, but in a game like Marvel Rivals, for example, the characters are free, right? Here you either are able to unlock the characters by collecting these points, and I only did like the trials for Darius and the werewolf, Warwick. But it's gonna take you a while. I think you have to grind a little bit to unlock a character with unlockable in-game currency. So you're gonna have to work for it. So I'm kind of surprised to see like the costumes being that expensive. Although, I mean, for general gaming, it's not that absurd. But for fighting games, that is actually kind of wild. But where things get absolutely absurd is with the bundles. And obviously the one that scratch your eyes immediately is this one. It's the Arcane pack, where the characters, you do get like the Arcane costumes, the costume for Echo, Jinx, and Vi. And these are really cool skins, right? But that is 100 euros. That is over, I think that's gonna be like $110, $120. That is so expensive. For context, for me, for example, right now in Egypt, that's just so you have an idea about the sort of monetization we're talking about. In Egypt, a Netflix subscription is $4 a month, because there is the concept of regional pricing. Right? This doesn't seem to have regional pricing. So for an Arcane Echo, for example, here, I could be subscribed to like, oh my god, $4 a month for Netflix, and you're asking for $120. So that's like 30 months of Netflix for this bundle, right? That is actually kind of insane. And what's even kind of worse is that these skins are cool, they have cool effects, they're quality, but they don't yet let you be able to purchase them individually. And obviously this bundle comes with like 8 champion tokens and like a KO, so you are getting like good value out of this, I think. but there's also the idea of you can't buy the skin individually. Now, maybe there will be like a skin rotation where there will be here and you'll get to buy them individually, who knows? Or maybe they're just logged to that bundle, I don't know. But this seems like the opposite of Street Fighter 6, where Street Fighter 6 gave you like you have to buy each individual skin individually, no bundle. This one is locking the skins behind bundle, and it's an extremely expensive bundle. And that obviously starts the discussion of, is this okay? Is this not okay? Leave it. The whales will buy it. They will fund the game. Others are like, no, you can't, whatever. However you see it, and if you see that the game is worth that much or not, all of that is entirely up to you. I'm just reporting on it. Me personally, I'm never buying one of these skins for like $20. $20 for a fighting game skin? Nah. To be honest, nah. Especially since the pricing for the market, like they are shooting way above the market standard. So personally, I'm not gonna buy any of these. Because again, like I said, there isn't like a particular character that I'm attached to anyways, but it's just not for me. Now, one thing that is really cool is that they also added the character trials in this game now, which I think do a lot to make you like learn characters, get an idea on what they can do. So that is good. Now there is more fun content to do. With unlocking champions, I imagine that with playtime, just you're gonna unlock them. Maybe, I don't know. I think 4 or 5 weeks of consistent play, you're gonna unlock everyone. And if you're grinding it, I do imagine it's just gonna happen naturally. And one of the good things is offline, and at least in training mode, you do have access to the characters for free, right? You can train with them, you can play with them in training mode before deciding whether that's a character for you or not. But I don't think this game have offline content. It doesn't have like an arcade mode, it doesn't have like a story mode. Who knows if it will in the future? The game is very much centered on the multiplayer online. So although this is possible, I don't know, I don't know if, ultimately, I do think you probably will try to unlock some characters, because just playing with 4 or 5 that are there by default might be a little bit boring. Overall, this is a game where I'm willing to wait a little bit on it. I'm willing to see if there are more characters introduced that are gonna appeal to me, that I wanna play. It is kind of fun in its current state, but the monetization is insane, right? The way it's monetized right now is actually pretty hard, right? And this werewolf dude is kind of fun. I kind of like him. What are your thoughts on 2xKO right now? Are you enjoying it? Are you not? How about the monetization? Do you agree with it? Do you not? Do you think they're overshooting for the market? I would love to hear your thoughts all about it in the comment section below. I will be leaving a link to the Patreon, Discord, Twitter, and Twitch pages in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and stay safe.